Positive thoughts that can change your life. Positive thinking has the power to transform your life. It's a concept that, when embraced, can bring about meaningful changes in every aspect of your existence. Our thoughts are the seeds that shape our reality, and by nurturing them with positivity, we pave the way for growth, peace, and fulfillment. Let's explore how these positive thoughts can change your life in profound ways. I choose to be happy. One of the most important shifts you can make in your life is choosing to be happy. Happiness is not something that happens to you. It's something you cultivate within yourself. By choosing happiness, you take control of your emotional state and can remain positive, regardless of external circumstances. In Buddhism, the teachings of the Buddha emphasize that true happiness comes from within. The Buddha did not seek external factors or material possessions to attain happiness. Instead, he cultivated inner peace and joy through mindfulness and meditation. When we choose to focus on the present moment and embrace life as it is, we experience a deeper sense of satisfaction. Happiness is not about avoiding difficulties, but about accepting them and finding peace amidst them. I am grateful for every moment. Gratitude is a powerful practice that can immediately shift your perspective on life. The act of being grateful for what you have, from the simplest blessings to the most extraordinary ones, opens the door to abundance. When you appreciate the little things in life, it's easier to find contentment, and as the saying goes, the more you thank life, the more life will give you to be thankful for. Buddhist teachings stress the importance of cultivating gratitude. In the teachings of the Buddha, gratitude is considered one of the virtues that lead to happiness and peace. The Buddha taught that by practicing mindfulness and being grateful for each moment, you can find contentment in all circumstances. For example, when we focus on our breath during meditation, we cultivate gratitude for the life force within us, which sustains us moment by moment. I am in control of my thoughts. One of the most liberating realizations you can have is that you are in control of your thoughts. You have the power to choose what you focus on, whether it be positive or negative. This means that if you change the way you think, you change your experience of the world. Buddhism teaches us that our minds are like gardens, and our thoughts are the seeds. If we allow negative thoughts to take root, they will grow into suffering. But if we cultivate positive thoughts, we can experience peace and joy. The Buddha often spoke of the importance of training the mind, teaching that our thoughts shape our actions, and our actions shape our reality. For instance, if we consistently focus on gratitude, love, and compassion, we will begin to experience a life filled with more of these qualities. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow. Life's challenges are not obstacles to be avoided, but opportunities to learn and grow. Every difficulty you face contains a valuable lesson, and it's through facing these challenges that we develop resilience and strength. Rather than seeing obstacles as something negative, choose to view them as stepping stones on your journey to personal growth. In Buddhism, the idea of suffering, dukkha, is central to the teachings. Buddha taught that suffering is a natural part of life, but it is also a catalyst for growth. Through suffering, we are given the opportunity to cultivate patience, understanding, and compassion. For example, when a person faces a personal loss, the suffering they experience can ultimately lead them to a deeper understanding of impermanence and the preciousness of life. This understanding, in turn, can lead to greater peace and wisdom. I am enough just as I am. Another profound realization is that you are enough just as you are. Society often places unrealistic expectations on us, making us believe that we need to be more, do more, or have more to be worthy of love and success. However, the truth is that your inherent value is not determined by external factors. Buddhist teachings emphasize the concept of self-acceptance. The Buddha taught that all beings possess the potential for enlightenment, and that includes you. Your true nature is inherently pure, and it is only the layers of negativity and attachment that obscure it. In the Dhammapada, one of the key texts in Buddhism, it is said, "You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection." By accepting ourselves as we are, we cultivate a sense of inner peace and harmony that radiates outward. I choose to forgive and let go. Forgiveness is a powerful act of releasing the past and choosing peace over pain. When you hold on to grudges or resentment, you only harm yourself. Letting go of anger and choosing to forgive not only frees others, but also liberates your heart from the heavy burden of negativity. In Buddhism, the concept of forgiveness is deeply intertwined with compassion. Buddhist teachings urge us to practice forgiveness, not just for others, but for ourselves as well. Forgiveness is a way to cleanse our hearts of the toxic emotions that bind us to suffering. An example of this can be found in the story of Angulimala, a notorious murderer who was transformed by the teachings of the Buddha. Through compassion and forgiveness, Angulimala was able to let go of his past and embark on a new path. Everything happens for a reason. One of the most liberating beliefs you can hold is that everything that happens in your life is for a reason. Life's events, whether they are good or bad, are all part of the journey you are meant to experience. Trust that the universe has a plan for you, even if you don't understand it at the time. Buddhism teaches the concept of karma, the law of cause and effect. Every action you take, whether positive or negative, has consequences that shape your life. The Buddha encouraged his followers to live with mindfulness and intentionality, understanding that every moment is an opportunity to create positive karma. For example, if you act with kindness and generosity, you will eventually receive kindness and abundance in return. I am the creator of my own happiness. True happiness is not something that is given to you by others. It is something that you create for yourself. By changing your thoughts, actions, and attitudes, you have the power to cultivate happiness within yourself. No one else can determine your happiness. It's yours to create. The Buddha emphasized that happiness comes from within. In his teachings, he spoke about the importance of developing inner peace and joy through meditation and mindfulness. An example of this is seen in the practice of loving-kindness meditation, metta, where one cultivates feelings of goodwill and compassion towards oneself and others. As you continue to practice this, you begin to experience a deeper sense of joy and fulfillment that does not depend on external circumstances. I choose to live in the present moment. Living in the present moment is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. Too often, we get caught up in the past or future, but true happiness can only be found in the present. When you live in the now, you experience life with clarity, focus, and peace. Buddhism teaches the importance of mindfulness, being fully aware of the present moment without judgment. Through mindfulness, you can let go of regrets about the past and worries about the future, and instead focus on the beauty and peace of the present. For example, when practicing mindfulness meditation, you simply observe your thoughts, feelings, and sensations as they arise, without attachment or aversion. This practice helps you cultivate a sense of calm and presence that leads to greater happiness. I am grateful for the little things. Often, it's the small things in life that bring the most joy. A smile from a stranger, a kind word from a friend, or the warmth of the sun on your face. These little moments are the essence of life's beauty. By cultivating gratitude for these small blessings, you can shift your focus from what you don't have to what you do have. Buddhism encourages mindfulness of the present moment, and part of this mindfulness is being aware of the small things that bring joy. The Buddha often taught that happiness comes from appreciating the simple pleasures in life. Whether it's enjoying a cup of tea, listening to birdsong, or watching a sunset, these moments are full of beauty and gratitude. These thoughts reflect the wisdom found in Buddhist teachings and can guide us toward living a life of peace, love, and happiness. By embracing these principles, you can transform your life and create a reality filled with positivity and joy. Embracing positive thinking, a Buddhist perspective on awakening to a life of abundance. In the Buddhist tradition, life is understood to be a journey of awakening, a continuous unfolding of wisdom, compassion, and mindfulness. This deep awareness, or sati, is not just about being present in the moment, but also about understanding the true nature of our thoughts and actions. By cultivating positive thinking, we align ourselves with the flow of life, creating new energy that propels us toward a brighter, more fulfilling existence. At its core, Buddhism teaches that the mind is the source of both suffering and happiness. The Buddha said, "We are what we think. All that we are arises with our thoughts. With our thoughts, we make the world." This powerful statement highlights the transformative power of thought. The energy we create through our thinking determines the quality of our experiences. When we cultivate thoughts that are rooted in positivity, compassion, and mindfulness, we invite positive energy into our lives, creating opportunities for peace, success, and even good fortune. The power of mindful awareness. In Buddhist teachings, the practice of mindfulness is central. It is the art of observing our thoughts, feelings, and actions without attachment, judgment, or aversion. By being mindful, we can become aware of the negative thought patterns that often run on autopilot, steering us into cycles of worry, regret, or fear. These thoughts, if left unchecked, create a self-reinforcing narrative that limits our potential and keeps us trapped in suffering. But when we are aware of these patterns, we can choose to shift them. For instance, if a thought arises that says, "I am not good enough," mindfulness allows us to pause, recognize the thought for what it is, just a thought, and let it go. We can replace it with a more positive affirmation, such as, "I am enough just as I am," or "I am constantly growing and evolving." This shift from negativity to positivity doesn't happen overnight, but through consistent practice, we begin to notice that our mindset becomes more expansive, open, and full of possibilities. In Buddhist practice, this is akin to clearing the mind of clouds, allowing the sunlight of wisdom to shine through. Just as the lotus flower grows out of the muddy waters, our thoughts, when nurtured with awareness and positive energy, can blossom into something beautiful and life-affirming. The law of karma, positive thoughts bring positive results. Another essential principle in Buddhism is karma, the law of cause and effect. Every thought, word, and action we take sends out a ripple into the universe, and the energy we send out returns to us in kind. Positive thoughts, actions, and intentions create positive karma, while negative ones create negative karma. When we embrace positive thinking, we begin to sow seeds of good karma, which in turn attract more positive experiences. For example, if you think about how to help others, how to bring joy to someone's life, or how to make a positive difference in your community, the law of karma dictates that you will eventually receive benefits in return, whether it's in the form of personal growth, opportunities, or even good fortune. The Buddha once said, "What you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create." By focusing our energy on positive thoughts and intentions, we are, in essence, shaping our future. Imagine this. If you are constantly thinking about love, kindness, and compassion, not only do you begin to embody these qualities, but you will also start to attract people and situations that resonate with those same values. Positive thoughts can lead to an abundance of love, friendship, and support, qualities that bring joy, happiness, and prosperity into your life. the practice of loving kindness and compassion. One of the most profound ways to create positive energy in your life is by practicing loving kindness, or metta, and compassion, or karuna. These two qualities, according to the Buddha, are essential for overcoming the limitations of the self-centered mind and cultivating a life of true happiness. When you send out thoughts of kindness and compassion to others, it not only benefits them, but also transforms you. A simple practice of loving kindness meditation involves silently repeating phrases such as, "May all beings be happy. May all beings be safe. May all beings live with ease." With each repetition, you are nurturing positive thoughts that bring peace to your mind and to the world around you. As you send these blessings out into the universe, they come back to you, filling your heart with warmth and expanding your capacity for love and empathy. Compassion is equally transformative. When you cultivate compassion for yourself and others, you begin to see life through a lens of understanding and patience. You start to recognize that everyone is facing their own struggles, and by extending compassion, you create an environment where both you and others can heal. For example, if you encounter someone who is rude or unkind, instead of reacting with anger or judgment, you can choose to respond with compassion, understanding that their behavior may stem from pain or suffering. By practicing compassion, you not only uplift others, but you also elevate your own consciousness and energy. Living with gratitude, the key to abundance. Gratitude is a fundamental aspect of Buddhist practice. The Buddha taught that gratitude is a powerful antidote to suffering, as it shifts our focus from what is lacking in our lives to what we already have. This shift in perspective is incredibly important, as it opens the door to an abundance of joy and fulfillment. In the practice of gratitude, we recognize the small blessings that fill our lives each day, whether it's a kind gesture from a friend, the beauty of nature, or the warmth of a cup of tea. By actively acknowledging these blessings, we invite more positivity and good fortune into our lives. Gratitude is a powerful magnet for abundance because it shifts our mindset from scarcity to abundance. When we recognize the gifts already present in our lives, we begin to attract more of them. One beautiful Buddhist practice is the daily reflection on what we are grateful for. By taking a few moments each day to express gratitude for the simplest things, our health, our family, the food we eat, and the opportunities we have, we begin to see the world with fresh eyes. This practice nurtures positive thinking and creates a deep sense of contentment and fulfillment. The interconnectedness of all life. Finally, it's essential to remember that we are all interconnected. In Buddhism, this concept is known as interdependent origination, the understanding that all things arise in relation to one another. Our thoughts, actions, and energy influence the world around us, and in turn, the world influences us. By choosing positive thoughts and actions, we contribute to the collective good, creating a ripple effect that can bring peace, harmony, and prosperity to the entire world. When we understand our interconnectedness, we recognize that our happiness is not separate from others. By cultivating positivity, we not only change our own lives, but also the lives of those around us, awakening to a life of joy and abundance. In the end, the Buddhist perspective on positive thinking is not about forcing ourselves to always be happy or ignoring life's challenges. It is about awakening to the present moment, recognizing the power of our thoughts, and consciously choosing to nurture thoughts of kindness, gratitude, and love. By doing so, we create a life that is rich with meaning, connection, and joy. When we live with awareness and mindfulness, we open ourselves to new possibilities and new energy. We invite good fortune, health, and love into our lives, and most importantly, we align ourselves with the natural flow of the universe. In this way, positive thinking is not just a tool for personal success, but a path towards spiritual awakening and the creation of a life filled with abundance, peace, and happiness. By practicing these principles, we begin to see the world not as a place of scarcity and suffering, but as a realm full of potential and beauty. Our positive thoughts and actions create a life that radiates light, compassion, and joy, qualities that ultimately return to us and enrich the lives of those around us. When we choose to embrace this perspective, we awaken to a new reality, a reality where the abundance of the universe is always available to us, and where happiness is found in the simplest, most profound moments of life.